Welcome to God Winging It with me, Roger Michael Klang. Okay, so some certain guy named Thomas J. Phillipson, Donald Trump's earlier advisor, economic advisor, he thinks that the weak support for him in the opinions uh, for Trump's economic policies is strange, and it's influenced by media's reporting or whatever he means. Hmm. He thinks that the outside world investing in United States with factories and stuff will mean that United States will make a lot of money in principle. That's what he says. But what about EU's answer to the tariff threats? They want to pause the deal with the United States with the 15% tariffs on Europe in return for Europe letting down their guard, like they're not having any tariffs against the United States as opposed to before. They had some sort of tariffs or whatever. Uh, well, the finance minister in Sweden says about Trump has started up an initiative, a peace council or some sort, and he's invited some 60 countries or so, and it will cost the countries who is participating in this peace council $1 billion. That's 8 million kronor. That's a lot of money for nothing in return. Actually, only the pleasure of pleasuring Donald Trump. But I don't want to be pleasuring Donald Trump. He can fuck off. Uh, so forget about that. But the government in Sweden is thinking about it, and I think it's just garbage. They can go fuck themselves, stupid idiots. They haven't decided yet how to respond to the Trump's peace advisors peace advisory, according to foreign minister, foreign business minister or something, Benjamin Dusa in the moderate party. But the EU chief Ursula von der Leyen says this uh, about the tariff threats.
We are both so committed to keeping out of the strategic landscape. So our response will be unflinching, united, and proportional.
Okay, that's pretty strong, I think. I wouldn't complain if they can stand their ground, but who knows? And the NATO expert Mark Rutte, the Trump whisperer Mark Rutte, who calls Trump daddy, what a dork. He's just he retired, I guess, totally from his job. He didn't retire, but he doesn't do his job any longer. And Sergei Lavrov from Russia, says that There's nothing that shows that Russia is threatening Greenland. No, they're not threatening Greenland with 60,000 inhabitants. They're threatening other nations like Norway and Denmark, and maybe even the United States, because because they said like this. They said it, and it says that Greenland isn't a natural part of Denmark. Okay, so is Eurasia a natural part of Russia? Who knows? Uh, and the Ukrainians are worried that the people of the West will forget about the war Russia is waging against Ukraine. And that's understandable. We shouldn't forget Ukraine and their struggle for independence and freedom, and to live their life and love their neighbor, whoever they want to love, because that's ultimately what it is. It's love. They're fighting a war to be able to love their wife, their husband, their children. It's a it's a terrible thing that's happening in Ukraine, and we should not forget about Ukraine. Definitely not. And the dollar has plummeted. The value of the dollar has plummeted uh, with this year with Trump. It's dropped over a sixth of its value against the Swedish krona, and that's pretty much that's about two kronas on a dollar, like from some 10, 12 kronor to 8, 10 kronor or something. I don't know, but it's something like that. And if that's the case, then what does Trump and America? Why should the petrodollar continue? I mean, if the dollar isn't valued much more than any other currency, then why should the petrodollar be sustained? It can't even be sustained. It's impossible in the long run. But we'll see what happens. But ThyssenKrupp Materials wants to buy steel from Stegra and the factory in Boden when it's ready. The factory, it's in building phase, and that's a good thing. I think we should do business with the Germans. It's we have done it before. It's been done all along with steel, but this is green steel we're talking about, not from the beginning. That's the point with making a deal with the ThyssenKrupp. So it's or ThyssenKrupp. But Swedish CEOs are more optimistic than their international colleagues, according to a survey from the consult company PwC. They're more sure of economic growth, but they're less avid. You say avid in the AI department. They're not so good as their surrounding competitors in AI, and that's something we will have to take a look at in the future. Uh, mm, uh, and spokespersons for Swedish Näringsliv, Swedish industry, is urging EU to act against united against Donald Trump's new tariff threats, but not so that we do things that doesn't benefit us in the long run. And yeah, mm, that's about what I have to say for this time. So I'll be back with even later on this evening or tomorrow or something. So Roger and out.